Okay, today we're going to talk a little bit about the solar system, and we're going to go through a PowerPoint. I hope you're okay, I hope you're all well. So today we're going to look into our solar system, looking at the planets, the sun, the moons, and just looking at it as a whole. So hopefully by the end of this you'll go away and you'll be able to find some more out about our solar system or one of the planets. That would be great. So we're going to start off talking a little bit about our sun. We've talked about it as a light source earlier on in my assemblies. We talked about it a while ago. Really important source of light and heat, very important to our world as it is. If it gets too hot, it can cause trouble, or too cold, it can cause trouble. So our Earth is exactly perfect temperature thanks to the sun. So the sun is a big burning ball of gas. There it is there. And it is about 50 million degrees, the sun, in its temperature, so very, very hot. When you think about 100 degrees being boiling point when a kettle boils or when water boils, it's very, 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 very hot indeed. So the sun is absolutely boiling. It's bigger than the Earth, a lot bigger, even though it looks smaller. And our Earth goes around or orbits the sun, as do lots of the other planets as well. So the first one and the closest one to our sun is Mercury. Mercury is a rocky planet and it is the closest one to the sun. Next you've got Venus. Again, Venus is another rocky planet, and it's the nearest one to Earth itself, so it's the nearest one to us. So Venus is a rocky planet. It's sort of covered in yellowish clouds as well. The third planet from the sun is Earth, the only planet with life and water on it as well. So we have one moon. You can see there's our moon at the top there. The next one, we have a rocky planet as well. The next planet is the last of the rocky planets, which is Mars. So there's 4 rocky planets, which is Mars. Is the fourth one and the last one there, and there is Mars itself. Okay, next, the start of the gas planets, we have Jupiter, we then have Saturn. Now these planets have lots and lots of moons. Some of them have more moons than others. We have just one moon, but some of the planets have a lot more. So Jupiter is the biggest planet. Saturn, you might know it has rings around it. So there's Saturn with its rings that run around it as well. Uranus is the next planet along. Then Neptune, another gas planet. And then finally Pluto, which at the moment is not a gas. We say we have 8 planets now. Pluto's no longer a planet. It's a dwarf planet. It's a smaller planet that's not classed at the moment as a full planet. It was at one point, but there's only 8 planets in the solar system, and now we have Pluto that's not anymore. But I've left it on this so we know about it, and it'd be interesting for you to find out about the reasons why today, so you can maybe have a look into the reasons why Pluto is no longer a planet. So there used to be my very easy method, just speeds up naming planets. That is a way of remembering them. Practice that, see if you can remember them. But remember, Pluto is no longer on that list. We've just left it there so you're aware of it no longer being a planet. Now, we talked about the Earth before, and the fact it's on its axis a little tiny bit. So the Earth actually tilts on its axis about 23 degrees. The tilt of the Earth is very important. So our Earth is spinning 365.25 times per year, going around the sun, and it's spinning like that. And depending on where the tilt is, depends on the season. So it's 23.5 degree tilt of the Earth, so it tilts on its axis like this. It's not straight up, tilting slightly, and that causes the seasons. And this is a really good graph to show why those seasons are created. So you can see that in July the tilt is towards the sun, whereas in December, as we go around the sun, the tilt is slightly away from the sun. And that big bit of a difference there in the way that the Earth tilts makes a difference to the temperature, because we're slightly closer and slightly further away. That also creates the length of day. So at the moment we've got a longer daytime. In winter we have a shorter daytime because of that as well. And finally, you could look into today, another thing you could look into is are the phases of the moon. Now, I showed you a while ago a really good program you can go on to. It's a website, Children's University of Manchester, and you type in the phases of the moon, it'll show you how the phases of the moon work. So the phases of the moon work because the moon travels or orbits around us, and we orbit the sun. And as we're doing that, the light from the sun shines. This is going to be the moon now. Light from the sun shines on the moon. So if the sun is over there, and it's shining on the whole of the moon, we see a whole moon. If the sun is in a different part and we're over here, it might only show half of the moon. So it depends where the moon is and where the sun is. And remember, it's the sunlight that shines, it reflects off the moon. It's a reflector, the moon. Depending on where that is, depends on how we see the moon in the sky. So there's different parts. You might see a full moon, a new moon, a last quarter, a first quarter. There's different parts of the moon cycle. You can have a look at this on the website as well. So have a look maybe into the phases of the moon. So this week I am going to do a couple of assemblies and go a little bit deeper into the different parts of the solar system. Today I've just done a quick overview of our planets, of how the moon works, of the sun. So it is an overview. If you want to find out anything, you might want to find out about a planet, about Pluto and why it's not a planet anymore, about the sun, or just about our solar system in general, and send me any work, that'd be brilliant. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you soon.